Good day, viewers. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the news today. Please feel free to share what you think and feel. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Hi guys, so this video is a message of appreciation to wonke umuntu who came out and who has been supporting me. I know in Kantolo, khona abaningi benu who came out, even though it was last minute, because nathi we only got the news ebusuku nje ngabo 7, then we made the announcements at around like 9. But the bantu still came out to support. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Namhlanje we went out sayithatha ingane lezi bengikhuluma ngazo ukuthi ziyahamba nje zivele ziyo walk beach, and we decided ukuthi sizobafaka esikoleni. Let me see if I can try and add, I don't know how, but I'll try and add something at the end of the video. Is Tombe Sabo sebe gqoke uniforms, cela ama donation kubantu ku Facebook ba donate. About 17,000 rand was raised. We bought them uniform from head to toe. So thank you so much, South Africans. Now we wait for the department because bayisile abantwana today, and we actually put them in class in the school. And we wanted to see how the department is going to get rid of children who are saying we want to get educated. We're not going to sit on the streets and become what you don't want us to be. Because I think for me, the biggest worry that I have is when our government is prioritizing foreigners and they're saying that everyone, I mean literally everyone, has a right to a free education in this country because of our public schooling system. And they say those people must come into the country and have that education. What exactly is the government communicating to us? Are they saying that we must educate foreigners so they have a future over South African children? Are they saying that... Hi guys, just a quick video showing appreciation to everyone who came through to Airport, the police station, to come and support. I know we sent out the notice very late because very late, but you guys still came out in numbers. So just a bit of an update on what went on. So Sifigile at the Point police station, and apparently the police are claiming that on last week, Wednesday, we were violent and we were hitting people, etc., etc. So they say. And then when we went to check who the complainant is, it's apparently one of the policemen. They said it's the states, maybe it's the states that's opened the case. But when we tried to see if they have any other complaints from parents or whoever, they had none. There was no complaints from anyone. So it was just the police that randomly went there. And then we also opened our own case against the police because on the day we had been faced with a foreign national who took out a gun and tried to shoot one of our members. And we really fought the police on the day to, hey, can you do something about this? And until today, they haven't done anything, actually. And we know that that guy, he still comes in every day to Addington to come and collect his child, but the police don't do anything. So it's very interesting. So today what we did is from your generosity, people donating money, we raised around 17,000 rand. And we used that money to buy the kids' uniform from head to toe. We bought them bags, socks, the uniform, and we just took them to the school. They went inside like all the other kids. And then we sat outside and waited because we want to know how the department is going to chase our children who are saying we're here to learn. We can't sit at home and be walking around the beach every single day. So we sat the whole day. They decided to bring the department and I think 100 police officers. And then on top of that, then they said they're putting the children inside the school hall. I don't know for how long, but tomorrow we'll go again. siyowenza sure ukuthi iy'ngane ziyafunda. So if you can join us, please do. And then also, so one quick thing that I wanted to ask these Pan-Africanists, these people, you know, these clever blacks who always ask you, why don't you go to white schools, white people this, white people that, white people this, you know? Because I can see that the obsession is that maybe they think that we are not tackling white people because we're scared of them. No, my darling, we're not going to white people because white people are not poor. You know, and the black people that are dealing with the white people are not poor. The people who are suffering the most because of illegal immigration are poor South Africans. Poor South Africans who have to go to clinics. Those white people you were worrying about go to private healthcare. They've got guards in their homes. They've got high fences. They've got high walls. So that's an easy struggle to pick. I mean, I don't even worry because white people are already leaving the country anyways. They're already becoming refugees elsewhere. They're already tired of this country, which is fine with us, you know. So we're not going to fight that. Like, for me, there are other people who can fight that, and I commend them wholeheartedly for that. But I want to find out from you, when you talk about one Africa and one continent, do you not think it's smart, or maybe it would make more sense in your head as a Pan-Africanist, to demand that this African dream that you guys have, every single African country has the same constitution and the same laws? Because does it make sense in your heads when you think about it, that South Africa is the one that must carry the burden of bringing this African dream to life? So all your African countries can be dictators, they can kill their people, they can abuse them, they can be corrupt, and then their people can run here, and then you can say African dream, African dream. But you can't go there and do that to their countries because the laws don't allow you to, because they're not creating some fake African dream in their heads. Have you ever heard of them even imply that they want one currency and one this and one that? Of course not, because they're too busy being corrupt and being leeches in their own country that they don't care about their people. And you want to burden South Africans with that dream of yours. Guys, the day I will take Pan-Africanist people seriously is when they are able to call
We're going to chase all the foreigners in South Africa out, and then we can't surrender. And we are not fear. We are not doing any favor. We will do whatever we want to do. This is our country. This is country we have been fight for. There is a lot of bloodshed that before we get the freedom. Now everyone is trying to come to this country. Our own police that are using our own tax money, they're protecting any illegal things that is happening in the country. And that thing, we are very cross. We are very cross. And we come to the end where we cannot respect them anymore because they can't protect us. Morning.
Kubonakele ukuthi abazali abaningi ababantwana abafunda la baqhamuka ko-Nigeria nasemalawi because bebelwa abathi abantwana babo abazophuma la esikolweni. So i-department if yona iclaima ukuthi abantwana abala ngaphakathi ama-South Africans ngobuningi abasiniki proof abasiprovide i-database ebonisayo ukuthi abantwana aba-plus minus 900 ama-South Africans, then sizokhululeka kanjalo. Bangabanika ama-legal team wethu, ikhona i-match ne-legal team banganika wona, and then sizokhululeka, kodwa lokho akuyiqiniso.
Hands off Jacinta, hands off her, hands off Operation Dudula, hands off South Africans that are actually patriotic about this country. Guys, as the middle class, as the working class, it's time for us to wake up and help this lady kule fight yakhe. I think some of us forget imvelaphi zethu, unless when you are lucky to have been born with a silver spoon, had medical aid your entire life, and have gone to private schools your entire life. If you have, great, hooray for you. But if you haven't, so khawuleza ulibale apho usuka khona. So khawuleza ulibale umakhulu wakho ba uvuka ngentseni ngo-5 ekuseni okanye ngo-4 ekuseni ahambe ayoshishiliza ekliniki imini yonke ngamanye amaxesha angayifumani naloo medication because iphelile igqitywa ngobani you know who, umakhulu wakho ngengomso neke aphinde avuke umakhulu wakho xa enide operation yokongulwa amehlo okanye i-operation yentliziyo, whatever the case it is, funeke alinde iinyanga neenyanga, most times resulting in the untimely deaths of omakhulu notamkhulu bethu because of i-healthcare yethu that is collapsing. So khawuleza ulibala uba indlela wasokola ngayo ngoku wena wawufuna ufaka umntana akho esikolweni, living across the school, you walk well, just struggle over where I figure school. But the way I struggled to get my daughter into school, I had to jump through all sorts of hoops, proving that we actually lived there. Rates, papers, proof of address. If proof of address is not enough, but for rates as a balwe, can you imagine that? Got the Bella bill today is saying that an undocumented child can automatically be accepted as school. Are they not going to flock up in South Africa? Is there a country in the world that is so lawless? Is there a country in the world that is so unpatriotic about its citizens? How do you prioritize foreigners over your own citizens? And we're not saying that we hate foreigners. We don't hate you. We don't hate you at all, but we have to prioritize our own. I draw the line when it comes to children. Children are literally our future. They are trying to collapse this country. They are trying to collapse the country, Ababantu. If our children are not educated, is there a hope for our future? Already, it's so concerning the way that these foreign nationals come to South Africa and start having kids at 2 times, 3 times the rate that South African women are having children. They are gonna outnumber us. In a decade, they are gonna outnumber us. So, what is a South Gerian? They are going to outnumber us. And Nina Clever blacks and the middle class and the working class, you are going to be the reason why we as South Africans are going to be extinct in our own country. You are going to be the reason. Because Nina ni taste a little bit of you guys will be busy telling people, why ningayodudula abelungu? Why ningayodudula abelungu? We have the highest unemployment in the world. The majority of those people that are unemployed, they want those waitressing jobs. They want those jobs at the petrol stations. They are teachers, unemployed teachers. Kodwa kuqashwe foreign nationals, unemployed graduates, entry-level jobs. The majority of the youth, they need those entry-level jobs. Siyeza kwabelungu, but masingene emnyango qala. Masingene emnyango. Ufuna ngixela umuntu that's living off i-350 ka-government. Uzomthini if siyodudula i-CEO ya PPP? Uzoyithini lona? What difference is that going to make ebomini bakhe? Guys, use your minds. Use your minds. These people are struggling on the ground. All of these shacks that you see all over our country, that is drawing a clear picture of the type of poverty that our people are in. Sinosixela ngabelungu siyeza kubo and asibalibelanga okwangoku on the ground entry-level jobs abantu mabaphangele, guys. I-crime lena nina niyibalekayo nihambe niyohlala esuburb ngoku niqalisa uzibona i-mentality zenu zifane nezomariki. I-crime le nishiya komakwenu. Hayi man, hands off Jacinta. There can never ever be a case whereby a South African child does not have isikolo kube kukho a foreign child. That can never ever be the case. It can never be the case. Every single foreign national child must be on a waiting list until every single South African child that applied to that school has been taken. Then we can start taking the foreign national kids. And you know what's irritating about these foreign nationals? You tell us that we are lazy, South Africans are lazy, they don't want to work. But the moment you get into those schools, you are the first people to apply for those school exemptions. And you qualify for those exemptions easily. Because most of you are not documented. You don't work at jobs where you get pay slips. You get paid under the carpet, under the rug, under the mat, under the tires, under the tables, in cash. So if you go to that school and you tell them that I get paid 1,000 rand a month, they can't help there. They believe you. But me, as a South African, even if I can't afford that school fees, it's easy for them to trace that I have a tax number, that I get paid this amount of money, and then I end up drowning in debt trying to pay off the school fees and paying tax that's going to cover your exemptions. But you say that we are the lazy ones. Guys, I draw the line when it comes to children. Our children, if our children are uneducated, there is no hope for our future. There is no hope if our children are uneducated.